What's going on, everybody? It's your boy C-Zar, and we are talking about Ethereum today. Hit that like button, subscribe if you want to see more content like this, and let's get into it, my friends. It is the 25th of August, and we got about 4 hours and 20 minutes left in the day, actually, right now. $4,460 is the price, and man, oh man, I don't think I've made a worse call in the past uh, couple months than I have over the past 24 hours with Ethereum there. I'm watching that video, man, and I'm like literally at the top saying, who would sell here? Well, apparently there's a lot of people selling. I don't know. People are saying the exchanges are selling. And, I know it's very common for people in this kind of situation to be like, oh, but it's manipulation. I was wrong, but it was manipulation. Can you blame it? No, I was wrong. Who cares? Like, manipulation or not, I thought that we'd move higher. We clearly didn't. We're down about 6.6% today, and we're down a little bit more than that from where I was calling for us to go higher. It is odd to drop here, right? It doesn't really make sense to me, but whatever. It's okay. It doesn't have to make sense, right? And oftentimes, it's the things that don't make sense that tend to happen, right? Whatever you're expecting to happen, it goes the opposite way. Um, you know, Whatever. That's okay. 6.6% down right now. $4,400 as it stands. 4 hours and 17 minutes left in this, the 25th of August. Moving down at a pretty rapid pace. That's a bearish candle that we had to yesterday's close, and today it's no different. We're probably going to get a pretty bearish close here. Let's look at the 1 hour time frame and then move on from there. Okay. Um, did we move? We moved lower. Yeah. On Bitcoin. I just made a video on Bitcoin. I'm pretty sure we're at like 112, and I'm like, I think that we are going to drop more, and lower it seems to be the thing that we're going to do. Anyways, $4,462 now. Looking at the 1 hour time frame, man, we are dumping, you guys. What's Ethereum's schedule like here with the liquidations? Oh, hey, look at that. That's kind of nice, right? Over the past 30 days, the shorts have been lesser than the longs. The longs have been on at a higher volume, but now the shorts have overtaken. That's kind of nice. 7 day period. I think it's kind of interesting. Over a 30-day and a 7 day period, Ethereum has less longs and shorts, but over a 24-hour period, it typically has more leverage positions. So you've got short term traders trading Ethereum, you've got swing traders or longer term traders trading Bitcoin. Just an observation there. Not that that's really helpful, but just a little observation. You might see more volatility with the shorter term traded one, right? $6 billion in shorts, still $5 billion in longs. You guys, a lot of these longs get cleared out at $4,000. We might make another trek down to $4,000. Hell, we might even break just below where we went here. We might even do that. We could go just below, or maybe we get some kind of double bottom or slightly higher low. But at this point, I wouldn't be surprised if we did. Looking at this here, what's Bitcoin going to do? I actually want to see just from a high to a low from August 14th to the low that we had on August 22nd, August 14th to August 22nd. We take Ethereum August 14th to August 20th. That was a 15.2% drop. Okay. Bitcoin dropped 10%. So Ethereum dropped like 50% more, right? Is that fair? Um, if we take a high, no, not a high, I'm sorry. I want to take the current price to where I think Bitcoin's going to go, which is, I think it's going to go just below 108.5, if not a little bit more, 2.4%. So then what? Ethereum drops 3 to 4%, something like that. If we're at this current price, what would a 3 to 4% drop be for ETH? Maybe it drops a little bit more. I don't know. So maybe you don't go that low. Let's see. Let's rethink this again. I mean, you do have a lot of longs to clear out down there, but that doesn't necessarily mean you have to go down there. 1 day time frame. 4,300. I mean, maybe you don't go. Maybe I was getting overzealous with that $4,000 call. Maybe we do hold like 4,300 as support, but time will tell. Bitcoin can drop 2% and ETH can drop 8%. It's not like it's forbidden from doing that. It's just typically you don't see ETH drop at too much of a extended rate compared to Bitcoin. Looking at the 1 hour time frame here, and again, that word typically doesn't mean always typically. Um, Looking at the 1 hour, it's very bearish on the RSI, right? You got overbought, which is nice, but you didn't do anything with it, man. Here, we're literally at the top. I'm like, we're going to go. We're not stopping here. We're going to be ripping the coming hours. I mean, this candle here should have said it all. That something different was coming our way, because if you're getting volume coming in like this, you're breaking out higher, but then you get a rejection like that. This is clearly a double top situation, and well, we have the results right now. Bullish divergence on the RSI for now. I don't know if it prevails. Same thing with the stochastics and the MACD. The oscillators are kissing. The oscillators on the MACD do look pretty bearish, but it's just the 1 hour time frame for now. Everything looks bearish, of course. Looking at the price, let's take a low to a high here. 4,300. 4,380 to 4,320. That actually might be where we find support. Okay. So if not there, again, don't be afraid if Ethereum does happen to go right down to $4,000, even just below $4,000 or just below 4,100. We could go that low. But at this point in time, I suppose I am more inclined to believe that we hold support at like $4,300, $4,400, somewhere in that area. Okay, I'm a little bit more open to that now. But I wouldn't be swayed to the bearish side even if we did go lower than this low. If we went lower than this low, it'd be for a very short amount of time and it'd be a very small amount below that low, right? It would not be intense. I mean, it might seem intense in the moment. 4-hour RSI, you were looking bullish, man. You had all these good things going for you. The stochastics, the MACD, everything. What happened to you? Come down. You're really not in a bad position here on the 4-hour time frame, which again makes me think that adds to the idea that we do hold that $4,300, $4,400 area as support. You did reject the oversold on the stochastics, which is probably the worst thing that I'm seeing here. But the MACD, come down, find support at the 0. That's not a bad thing. The RSI, find support at the oversold zone like you were before, or even like get into it and then give us some bullish divergence or something and then come out. You know, it's not detrimental, completely detrimental, but definitely an unexpected turn here. You know, I was watching Ivan on Tech earlier today, and he said something that I want to say. Actually, it's a really good quote from him. Is that in moments like this, especially whenever we're moving down, people always look for why. Why are we moving down? They're looking up the news. Why are we moving down? But don't focus on that, right? Because the why it's basically irrelevant. It's just there to engage you, to promote fear, and to make you make the wrong decision, right? Why we're moving down is because people are panic selling. Why we're moving down is because exchanges are liquidating long positions. Why we're moving down is because we're at all-time highs and we found resistance. What anything and everything in between. Why we're moving down? There might be some negative news article that comes out that there was some kind of major hack or massive whatever. You know, maybe any and all of it is true all at the same time. Maybe none of it's true. Why we're moving down doesn't matter, right? We're gonna move up. The real reason why we're moving down, in my opinion, is to make you make the wrong decision. That's why we're moving down. We're moving down because this is a shakeout, right? We shook out to the downside, we shook out back to the upside, and then we shook out. This is a shaky shakeout, man. And we're going to come up, we're going to rally after this, and that's why we're dumping. That's why we're dumping, because we're about to rally, okay? Just like here, we saw a slightly higher high, and then we dumped right before we rallied, right? That's what happens. Here, we saw a slightly higher high, then we dumped. Did we go lower here? Yeah, and we still rallied. We could go lower here. We'll still rally. Again, how long did we spend below this low? Negligible amounts of time. Negligible amounts of price below that area. So don't be too frightened if we do. Close your eyes. Wake up the next day. It'll be fine. The sun will come out. Okay. Let's look at the daily time frame. I'm feeling like I need to make a pep talk video. Hold some people's hands. We'll see. Daily time frame here. I don't like the rejection off the overbought zone here. Stochastics look fine. We're actually at a good area to bounce, but we could go a little bit lower still. And the MACD, it's kind of inconclusive, honestly. I don't really trust the MACD. I wouldn't say it's bearish or bullish. I mean, overall, I guess it is more bullish, but again, inconclusive. All in all, my friends, I still believe everything that I was saying in that last video, other than obviously I don't think that we're moving up right now. I do very much believe that we're going to see higher prices any day now, any week now, ultimately moving up to that $8,000 to even $10,000 price area by the end of September. That's the expectation that we have. If it's not in September, it's going to be sometime in October. I got nothing else for you. I hope you enjoyed the video. I hope you're braving the storm, weathering the turmoil that's coming our way. It's very possible, and if you missed my most recent Bitcoin video, let me just fill you in on a little detail there. I do think, I think I said it already. I think we're going to go down to about $108,000, if not at least $110,000. So, which isn't that far away, right? That's very much the call. But we're at the point now where I think it's obvious that things aren't going the way that we assumed they would. They did for a day, but we just didn't follow through. We didn't get that reaction. So a little bit more of a shakeout to come. And then once we're done shaking, we're going to get to bacon, and we're going to be moving up at a rapid rate. I mean, the weekly MACD looks phenomenal. Stochastics look great. The RSI looks good too on Ethereum. It is about to, we are on the forefronts of alt season. Everybody knows it. All the veterans know it, and all the people who are, let's say, market makers or manipulating the markets in control of it, they know that we know it. So they're not making it easy on you, right? Just persevere. That's probably the best term that I can give you. All right, persevere. Hit the like button, subscribe. I'll see you on the next one. Take care of yourselves. Bye bye.